Hey, it's me, Negative Nancy, crashing Teeny Tuesday to tell you if your website copy isn't working for you, it's working against you. Sorry, Negative Nancy is a slut. When it comes to reeling in readers and converting them to paying customers or clients, or even just converting them into email subscribers, it's the words you use and how you use them that does the heavy lifting on your website. Yes, design is important, but good design without fire copy isn't going to get you any closer to your sales goals than if you didn't have a website to start with. So let's get into it. Here are 5 ways to improve your copy and increase conversions on your coaching website. You are so sick of hearing me and every other copywriter say it. So we're going to get this one out of the way first. Conversion tip number 1 is to get to know the human on the other side of your screen, or to get to know them even better than you already do. The reason I, along with every other copywriter, won't shut up about this tip for copywriting across the board, not just websites, is because this is the shit that really matters. You cannot write copy that converts a reader to a buyer or even an email subscriber if you don't know who the fuck that is. You may already know who your ideal reader or dream client is. Excellent. You may even already have an ideal client avatar or a buyer persona. Snaps for you, Glenn Coco. But if your website isn't converting at the rate you want, I challenge you to get to know that person even better. This means going beyond just their demographics and the gist about their pain points and their goals. What is the deeper want that's driving those goals? What does your person really care about, and why do they care about it? What limitations, whether that's tangible or false beliefs, are currently holding them back from achieving what your offer helps them do? And how does your product or service help them overcome that? Understanding your reader is what will allow you to craft copy that resonates with their emotions and their motivations and addresses their very specific concerns, making it super relevant to them so that they can't look away. It is not just enough to identify a need and provide a solution anymore. Specifics are what sells. Every part of your copy should be super relevant to your very specific reader, their very specific interests, and how it will benefit them in a very specific way. Keep in mind, you likely have a few ideal readers or ideal client avatars that will be checking out your website depending on your various offers. When you're writing about each specific offer, you'll want to speak directly to that person, but with pages like your homepage and your about page, which are a little more general, you'll want to determine a few underlying unifying traits among those dream clients and largely speak to those. The second way to increase your website conversions as a coach or a service provider or any business owner is to cut the freaking fluff. This is your friendly reminder that just because there is space does not mean you have to fill it with words. I'm going to be blunt with you, bae. Not all fillers are good. Lip filler, go for it. Butt filler, cannot wait to see it. Content and copy filler, big turn off. My hair still look good? I don't think it ever did. You have literal seconds to convince somebody who lands on your website that you're worth sticking around for. So if someone shows up to pages upon pages of mountains and mountains of text and can't instantly determine what the so what that's relevant to them is, they're not just dipping. They're pulling a me at the bar in my early 20s when I'm Irish goodbyeing that bitch real quick. Sorry to anybody who knew me then. Things have changed. Okay, so how do we trim our copy so that it's strong and impactful while remaining concise? Here is your 15-minute DIY Cut the Fluff tutorial. Step 1, start by determining the goal for your page, whether that's your homepage, your about page, your work with me page, even your contact page. Each and every page on your website should have a singular overarching goal. It can have multiple calls to action, but it should have one larger than life goal. The goal could be to convert a website reader to an email subscriber by signing up for a freebie. It could be to get them on a call, to inspire an actual purchase, or even to just get the reader to another page on your site. Your page goal can be whatever you determine is best, but you do need to have one. Step 2, start at the top of your page and read through section by section. Is each section necessary? Is it relevant? Does it get your reader one step closer to achieving that page goal that you determined in step number 1? Step 3, if the answer is yes, move on to reading each paragraph and asking yourself, those same questions. If those are all Gucci, move on to each individual sentence asking each question. If the answer is ever no to any of those questions, it's not necessary, it's not relevant, it's not getting your reader one step closer to achieving your page goal, remove that bitch. Keep in mind, complexity and length are conversion killers, so don't be sad if you have to remove something. Studies show the less you have, the more of it readers will actually read. Pro tip, just because it doesn't work for your website doesn't mean you need to trash it entirely. I recommend copying and pasting whatever you remove from your website and putting it in its own little Google Doc and repurposing that. These bits can be great starts to emails, captions, blogs, etc. At the end of the day, be concise, focus on brevity, and know why you are writing what you're writing. And remove anything and everything that doesn't get you closer to that goal. And then hire me for a conversion copy review if you don't want to do any of that shit on your own. Tip number 3. If you've been on planet Earth for a hot sec, you know that things on the internet are not always what they seem. Don't even get me started on the Craigslist killer example. Most of us have been burned at one point or another, and if not, we've heard stories. Basically, we all have trust issues, and I don't blame us. But the thing is, if people do not trust you, they sure as are not going to give you their money. So to improve website conversions, you've got to gain that trust. You've got to prove it. So many peace signs today. The natural place to start to increase credibility is by slapping some testimonials on your website. Yes, love that for you. But it's not just about putting them up there and hoping for the best. Research shows that website visitors who interact with a review are 58% more likely to convert. So we want to ensure our readers are not only seeing, but also engaging with and actually reading each of those testimonials at the right points on our website. Pro tip, try using a testimonial as a headline somewhere. Intentional placement is key. I like to take it a step further than just including standard testimonial sections on my core pages. In addition to that, I also like to include super powerful but brief one-off testimonials at natural points throughout the page that will support the message that I'm writing about in my copy. To build trust, you can also include case studies, success stories from satisfied customers, screenshots, and my personal favorite, what I call a trust and authority bar. Your trust and authority bar can include logos of brands you've worked with, where you've been featured, awards you've won, certifications you've gotten. Another way to further build your trust is by showing you, like your reader, are a whole ass human being. Your human is showing. People trust people. And if you've ever called your bank and gotten an automated message before, you know that people want to communicate with people. At the end of the day, people also want to learn from, work with, and give their business to other humanoids. So demonstrating your humanity by speaking like a human being in your own brand voice rather than just a bot is a huge way to increase conversions. Wait, brand voice? What's that? Your brand voice is the personality that runs through your messaging and communications, and therefore your copy as well. It's what you say and how you say it. And the more authentic it is, not only the more likely are you to attract folks, but the more likely you are to call in and convert the right people. You know, the kind of people you want to work with, the kind of people who will pay your prices willingly without price haggling, who will be a joy to coach and to work with, leave raving testimonials, and refer you to all their friends and family. Yes, them. Another quick tip, easy way to show that you're a human in your copywriting is by speaking directly to your reader. Addressing your reader directly is going to help close the distance between them and their computer screen. So using words like you and your is a way to instantly evoke a closer connection with the reader. Another easy way to do this is by removing buzzwords, jargon, and industry lingo. Write like you speak to your best friend. Be relatable, conversational. Give the reader a taste of your real personality. For us coaches and service providers, this is especially important since we work super closely with our people and often initiate deep life-changing transformations. Your reader needs to be able to trust you as the human that you are. Pro tip, if you're struggling to write like you're talking to your best friend, easier said than done, am I right? Here's the tip. Whip out your phone and record a voice note, pretending like you're having a conversation, telling your best friend what you do and how it would benefit them. Then have that conversation transcribed with a tool like otter.ai and work from that script. Lastly, tip number 5 to increase website conversions is to inspire action with your copy. Conversion is action. So if you want people to buy, subscribe, book a call, whatever your goal for your website may be, you need to be able to flip that switch in their mind from being where they're at now to wanting to actually take action to change it. One way to do this is by painting a picture of how your offer impacts the lives of your perfect people. But we don't want to just wait until the end of this pretty picture we've painted to inspire action. Instead, let's inject action verbs and phrases throughout your copy to help your reader envision doing or achieving the specifics of your offer along the way. Active copywriting that inspires awe and admiration rather than just using generic phrases like click here and learn more, that's more likely to inspire a reader into action. So try to use words instead like drive, create, discover, explore, launch, even in your button copy. Various studies have shown that making even small improvements or tweaks to your copy can greatly impact the conversion rate. But keep in mind, tracking and analyzing your website data is the only way to know if what you're doing is working for your unique audience. For instance, specific words and phrases that land with my audience and improve conversion rates on my website may not do the same for yours. So testing your copy, but also relying on that data when it comes to decision making will be well worth the effort. So now that you know 5 ways to increase your website conversions by updating your copy, go ahead and do that. Let me know how it works. Hit me up if you are like, "F that, I just want you to do it for me." I've got conversion copy reviews for that. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, donate an organ, all of the things. Thank you. Love you. Bye.